Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have a team coming into this game in hope of joining the ranks of the select few teams that have finished the regular season undefeated. Let's see if they can keep that dream alive with a win here in this one. It's the Ravens going up against the Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
The Baltimore Ravens talk about stopping the run. They talk about using Brandon Williams, their nose tackle, as the key guy to stop other people's ability to run the football. They just re-signed him to a new contract, making him one of the highest paid nose tackles in the NFL.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Time running out here on the play clock. The They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And while we have a moment, let's meet the starters defensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And they wanted to update and beef up their secondary, and they did that with their first-round selection. William Jackson, the 3rd out of Houston, has speed, good eyes in the secondary, and is aggressive on the corner.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third down now following the run. Play action here with Dalton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. to throw. Buying time to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Dolphins have gone out in front late over the Patriots. That one clearly still early, but that would be a bit of a surprise. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
10 yards still left on second down. To throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and in throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Again, it's Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Look at the spin.
Balance.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And now here come the Ravens. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now a handoff looking right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Play clock winding down. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And it is now 21-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And some room to maneuver. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And to give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. He got 29 yards that time. Now a play fake here on first down. 20. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Bengals trail at home at halftime. The Ravens have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. That's the end of the first quarter. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he capped off the long drive with the TD as they take a 7-0 lead. Ravens have it early in the second. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. As they move out in front, 14-0. Ravens now late in the second. Run play coming up here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. The lead grows to 15. Staying late in the half. The return will start from the 49, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Now trailing by 14. Staying late in the half. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run. Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Green with a catch left side. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the fans probably thinking, wow, that's the first time Dalton and Green have connected here, and it's late. Where have they been? And because they haven't been there, haven't been present, haven't done it often, their team is losing right now. It's vital that those two connect if they want to have a chance. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Shoves him aside. Oh, nice move. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown. And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down. That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do?
Here we go.
sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Passing, it's Dalton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hey, watch it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Dalton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Dalton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To the left side here for Eifert. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Dalton here from the gun. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The offense lining up first and 10. Here's Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Dancing to his left. Fighting him off. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Caught by Snead over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Let's go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Tight end right. Let's go. 1, 9,
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
1st and 10 for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now, Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dalton off play action. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And now running right through him. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They're all through now in that game in Tampa. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.